Welcome to Creative Type Podcast. This is episode 38, How to Build Your Email List and Why It's Important. I'm Lori Rivera.
And I'm Jamie Haney.
Welcome to Creative Type Podcast.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow, we've been having some technical difficulties today, haven't we?
Oh,
Lori?
yeah. Yeah. Now
So
we can't get Google Voice to work
I know,
on my end. Who knows what is going on with it?
I don't know. If Vicki was here, she'd tell us it was solar flares, right?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Maybe it's the upcoming eclipse.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
everything off.
I don't know. Everything
Yeah.
is just not. It's like the universe is conspiring against us on this podcast, isn't it? So if you're noticing,
I know, right?
yeah, if you're noticing the sound quality is even more different than it was the last time, this is why. And we're hoping that Google Voice will work for Lori's computer next time. But right now we're just going to roll with it, aren't we? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. We're willows. Yeah. We can bend. All right. So what, you got anything exciting to share this week with anybody?
Oh gosh. No, not really. I'm gonna get my owl painting framed here pretty soon for the Wesselman's show.
Oh, that's good.
So I need to get that done.
And we've been on vacation this week.
Yeah, spring break.
Spring break.
Yep,
Yeah,
we've been on spring break. Our kids have been home.
Yes.
And so it's been a low-key week. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've actually been taking a break from painting too.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of considering this. I have to do my Art of the Month paintings today.
Yeah.
Because they go out on Monday, so I need to get those done. But other than that, I'm not doing a whole lot of painting really.
Well, I think
just
it's good to take a break. Yeah, it's good to take a break every once in a while. Like that.
Yeah.
Regroup, refresh, and fill up your cup. Yeah, I think it's good.
Right. Yeah, what about you?
Well, same thing. Spring break, which has kind of been nice.
Yeah.
I like sleeping in. Usually I can't sleep in. But now that it's Friday, I slept in quite a bit today, because my body's just so used to getting up. And I have to wear that stupid CPAP machine. Ugh, I hate that thing.
Yeah.
So
I don't wear mine anymore.
I know you don't, but I don't know.
But I sleep on my side and I do okay if I sleep on my side.
Well, I wake up on my back, so I guess I start off on my side. So anyway, they have me scared into using it. I don't want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to have all these conditions they tell me I'm going to have. Although I think I've probably had it for a long time and I'm fine, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm not fine. Oh well. Health problems and aging, it just kind of stinks, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
We met with friends this week. So we had an
we
artist
had lunch.
date. Yes, that was fun. Yeah, and
that was fun.
Yeah, and we got to meet with Vicki and Lisa, and it was a good time. So, all right, well, let's get on with the podcast here before you get a notification on your phone.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Okay,
so I guess we'll start off with, you want to start off with why it's important to keep an email list?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, all right. Well, the main reason I can think of is because you can easily reach people that way. If you rely on social media, what is it? Only 2% of your followers see your messages, your posts on social media. What is it? Is it 2%?
It's 2 or 3 the last I
heard.
Like that. Yeah, 2 to 3.
So there's no guarantee they're even going to see your message. But if you send an email from a list that you've built up, they're more likely to see that.
Right. And even if they don't open it, even if they don't open it, they see it and they're reminded of you. So I think that's important too, that just because you don't have a good click-through rate or, open rate, they're still seeing you in there. So it is still a tiny little reminder that you still exist.
Yeah. And there is like a small percentage of your emails that might go to spam. Yeah. But
it's still worth it.
You're much better off. You're much better off.
Because if you're posting on Facebook and Instagram all the time, that's like building on rented land, as they say.
Yeah.
Because they could, it's happened before. It goes down, and they could decide all of a sudden they're going to go to a pay format. Well, who of us are going to want to pay for that? I'm not. I'm not going to
Right, or
do
they
that.
might go out of business altogether.
You just
And
never
if they
know.
do, then
right?
what are you going to do if you rely on social media alone?
Yes. I think it's always a good
and,
idea
with
to have your own.
Yeah, you own your email list.
That's right.
You don't own your Facebook or your Instagram or anything
And
like
you're
that.
also in control of what you're able to say to them. You know, we all know Facebook. Well, you were like shadow banned or something off Instagram, weren't you? So
my
yeah.
Instagram was all messed up, and then Facebook was punishing me for something there for a while. Remember that?
Yeah. Yes.
Because
I
get I have what do I have? Maybe 1,200 followers on Facebook, and I'd get a whole 2 or 3 likes, which was weird.
Crazy.
Because I was getting way more than that. And then all of a sudden, for a month or two, I had nothing.
Yeah, they put you in the clinker. The Facebook
I was
clinker.
in jail for something.
Yeah, Facebook jail.
Who knows
you were.
what?
But they never even told you about it, did they?
No.
Zuckerberg. Ugh.
It was just weird. Weird. I don't know what happened to my account. And then it finally got back to normal.
Yeah. And then you started getting a lot of likes and engagement on there because it's it was almost blatant. You were in jail and now you're not because of the amount of change that happened just in a day, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy.
And you just never know, You never know, for example, if you put a price of something on there or
available
if you say
now.
sale or available or you never there are keywords that if you use them they punish you for using those words and they don't show your post to as many people.
Right. They suppress it. They suppress
and you can use whatever you want in an email.
Right. No censorship, at least not that I'm aware of. Although I have heard theories that they're with Yahoo, especially, and I'm sure Google, if Yahoo's doing it, Google probably is too. Now I haven't heard this as much, but I have heard that certain things are not going through the emails because either Yahoo or Google deems it. Where I'm getting my information is my dad. He was getting some political emails from a friend of his. And they send jokes back and forth. Well, he sent a few political things, and my dad never got them. And he checked his spam folder, and they weren't in there either. So that's where I'm hearing that they are maybe censoring some. But now I have nothing to back that up. That's just what he's told me. And, but it does sound feasible, that's for sure. Let's hope that's not true, right?
Yeah.
Because censorship is not good. We don't want that. Even if we don't agree with what anyone is saying, they still have the right to say it within, politeness, Yeah. I think. Well, I guess even if not polite, they still have the right to say it, but, use some tact. People.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. So that's why it's important to have an email list.
Yeah, and it's also important to grow your sales because if you get someone on your email list, you're able to market to them on a regular basis, and you should be doing this on a regular basis, right?
Right.
And what is it they say, 80% of your sales usually come from 20% of your audience?
The 80-20 rule. Is that called the Pareto principle or something like that? I'm not pronouncing it right.
Yeah,
but it's
something
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, if you keep an email list, that gives you a record of your customers' email addresses. So if you ever want to send them an individual email, like a personal email, you can just go to your email list and look up their email and send them a message.
Yeah, and that's really good to keep. Well, this goes back to, and I know we've mentioned it before, Matisse and his what's their name? Cohen sisters? The Cohen sisters?
I don't know. I
can't remember. But, he wrote actual physical letters, of course. Back then they didn't have the computers, but he kept up with them, and they had many, many letters from him. I mean, hundreds, I'm thinking, of letters from him. So why not treat your especially your VIPs, right? Treat them like the VIPs they are. And maybe send them an individual letter every once in a while instead of a mass. And, that kind of comes to another thing. Do you remember when I was sending out emails, and you're on my list, and you read my emails, and I had written one that was more personal, and I had tried to write it as if I was writing to a friend. And I remember you saying that really struck you, that you really liked that. Now, I try to keep that up, but it is easy to get into the everyone, the words you say. If everyone sees this, we shouldn't say that because it is a clue to whoever's reading it that it's mass produced or, going out to multiple people. So I think the way you write your letters, write your emails like you're talking to one person. I think that's important.
Right.
And
I
it
agree.
builds friendship with them. It builds trust. And I think another thing, always be reminding people to join your email on your social media, especially because, like you said, that could go down at any time. We have no control over that.
Right. And that kind of leads us into the second part of this podcast, how to build your list. Are we ready to talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, tell us how how do you start building your list?
Well, I get the biggest number of people signing up when I do these little pop-ups, like at the confectionery and at Myriad Brewing at that little pop-up,
In-person shows seems to be the best for me as well, too.
Yep. And I usually have some kind of giveaway, either a print or a very small original painting, like a little miniature, or, something to give away to entice them to sign up. Yes. And on my sign-up form, it says something to the effect of, by entering this drawing, you will automatically be added to my email list, or something like that.
Right.
So that they know that they're signing up.
Right. And we do that for our pop-ups, too. When they sign up to win the door prize, they're signing up, they're giving their email address, and most important, they're giving their permission for us to email them. And I like to keep, at these in-person things, I have a thing that they sign. I have a little sheet, and I have it separate for each person. And it's 2 to an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So I have a little clipboard, and I have all these. I try to collect as much information as they're willing to give me. I do ask for their first and last name. I ask for their physical address because I tell them, sometimes we send out little goodies, right? And if they want to get that, then I have to have their physical address. And I ask for, I do a little survey on there, like, what's your favorite type of painting? Only because I'm nosy and I want to know. And then I have a blurb at the end that says that they give me permission. And there's a signature spot and also a date. So just to kind of cover my butt. One time
I don't go into all that detail, but that's good that you do that.
Yeah, and I keep it private. I do tell them on there that I don't share or sell their email address with anyone. One time I had a guy sign up at a show. This has been years ago, and I've had this since the beginning. I've had them sign something, and he turned me in for spam one time. And I remember the exact email it was. I had sent an email of some Fine Art America products that I had on there, and it was a pillow of a painting that I had, put on this pillow. And he turned that in as spam. And I was with MailChimp at the time, and, they scold you, slap your hands, all that. But I thought, this guy gave me permission. This is not spam. If they gave you permission, they can't say spam later, But just to cover my butt, I've got these papers. And I went back and looked, and sure enough, there he was. He had signed and given me permission. Not that there's anything anybody I don't think can do about it right now.
Yeah.
But you never know. If someone was trying to sue you.
Yeah. I wish instead of reporting it as spam, he would have just unsubscribed. I mean, that would have taken the same amount of time.
Exactly. But no, he reported it as spam, And that's not good for like Google. I think now, with AI, it's gotten so much smarter. If people don't open your emails, and I think that kind of goes as a strike against you.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're saying, these emails aren't of value to people. At least that's what I've heard other people talk about.
Yeah. And once again, another thing to talk about is cleaning out your email list. So if you have someone who hasn't opened an email from you in, say, 6 months, well, you might just want to go ahead and remove them because that'll make your numbers look better.
Well, and we've talked about this a little bit before. I think it'd be a good idea to kind of give a heads up in your subject line, like, are you still there? Or something, to the effect of to try to get them to open it up. And, if they don't want to, if they want to part ways with you, then, let them, because we don't want to preach to the people that aren't picking up where we're laying down, right?
Right.
We want people that are interested in our stuff, and that just makes a better email list with better open rates and better click-through rates if you have someone that is actually interested in your work. I use Email Octopus, and I really like it.
I use Faso, which comes with my website.
Yeah.
And I like it. It's simple. It's not as robust as, like MailChimp or all these other ones, but it suits me for what I need it for.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You really need to find one that you like, that you feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
And with yours, it comes with yours. It comes with your package.
I don't have to pay any extra. It comes with my website, so.
Right.
That's another reason I use it. I don't want to have that extra expense. But I thought of another way to get people to sign up for your email list. I don't want to forget to say this, but definitely on your website, have a sign up form on your website.
Oh yeah. Sign up forms, a page with somewhere contact form to sign up for it there. And also I have some pop-ups on mine, which I hate pop-ups, but they work. You can control how soon the pop-up comes on, and, give people more than 3 seconds to look at your stuff to see if they want to join your email list. That's kind of a pet peeve of mine. It's like, boom, as soon as I open the website, bam, there's a pop-up that comes on that's blocking what I want to read. Yeah, so I have mine set up.
You're likely to just close that out.
Right, and a lot of times I'm guilty of that too. I just close it without even reading it. So they could have had a wonderful offer, but I'm so annoyed that it came on so quick and I'm trying to read what's on there that, I just close it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, always have it, I think we should mention I think I said this already before, but on a regular basis, have that as one of your scheduled posts on your social media. Hey, join my email list. And just reminders. And then I also, on my social media, whenever I send out a new email, which I aim for once a week, but it does not happen consistently, which I need to get better at. But I also, in my group, my Facebook group, I announce, hey, I've just dropped a new newsletter, or I try not to call it newsletter. I've dropped a new email to my list. Check your inbox. And, first of all, it gives me another thing to post, which I'm always looking for ideas for that. And it also is a reminder that, she's got an email list, and maybe I should join that. And it's just a constant reminder.
Yeah, I think that's good, but I also don't think that Facebook likes it when you post stuff like that.
That's true. They don't, but I don't care. I'm going to post what I want.
Right.
And eventually some people see it, and if they go to my page, they will see it anyway. Now you're talking about if you're just relying on people to show you, relying on Facebook to show people what's in the feed, then yes. But, I have favorite artists, and I go to their page, and I look to see, and of course I always see things that haven't been shown to me. But if you have a favorite artist or musician or crafter or whatever person, just a friend, you can go to their page and see exactly everything they've posted.
Yeah.
But, I'm not going to let that stop me from doing it. And, actually, I have heard by that Marie, what's her name? Mari Smith.
Oh, no, Mari. Okay.
Mari Smith. She has talked about just that now it doesn't take you outside of the platform when you click a link. So her side of things is it's not going against you as much as it used to, because it just opens it right there in the Facebook, and you don't ever leave Facebook. You just hit when you're finished, you just hit the little done button in the top left-hand corner, and then it takes you right back to where you were at on Facebook. So I do think that they've eased up on that some, because I still get engagement whenever I do that. That's not a post that has, zero likes or zero engagement or zero people that they show it to. I still get some. Now, not as much as some. I think people like to see your face. And that's another thing. Maybe you could post a photo with it instead of just the link, making them use the link photo, which a lot of times is crap on mine. I don't know where they're getting this information to post the photo that goes along with links.
Yeah, and people love seeing photos of other people.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's just human nature to look at another face.
Yeah, we like to see faces.
Yeah.
Like in our brains, there's something in our brain that we're just drawn to faces.
Well, right.
You know?
Well, it goes back to the tribe mentality, that pack mentality.
Yeah.
It's safer to be with a tribe than it is by yourself. So I think that goes way back, ingrained in us still.
Right.
All right. Well, what else have we
got
here?
You think of anything else?
Well, no.
I guess the one last thing I have to say about collecting emails is anytime somebody buys something from you also, make sure they're on your email list or ask them if you can add them.
Yes, I think that's a very good idea. And chances are if they've bought something for you, then they're going to want to be on your email list too.
Yeah.
Do you just ask for it, or do you just say, hey, I need your email list? Because I have noticed when I check out, I think Rural King, of all places, they ask you your email address when you go in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they want you on their email list. Or maybe it's not Rural King, one of those stores.
I've noticed a lot of these companies, and I don't know how they're getting around it, but like, I'm not even going to say who because I can't think off the top of my head who it is, but a lot of these retail stores, like, they'll ask your email address, and then you'll start getting emails from them, and they never told you that they were going to add you to their list. They only asked for your email. They didn't tell you what they were going to use it for. That happens to me all the time.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they're probably breaking some rules. I think it's Europe that has stricter rules than America does on stuff like that.
I think they do, yeah. Well, I can't think of anything else. Can you?
Oh, I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff, but
I'm sure. Yeah.
But maybe for another podcast, if we can have anything.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll just wrap this one up then. And thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you.
If you have any comments or questions about the podcast, please let us know at creativetypepodcast@gmail.com. Visit our Facebook page, Instagram, and you can always, and we have a YouTube channel. You can always catch up on all the past podcasts. This is number 38 on your podcast player like Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Gmail or Google Podcasts. And we're also at creativetypepodcast.com. You can catch everything there. Help support the show. If you like this, please give us a 5-star rating. We would appreciate that. And if you wanted to leave a review, we'll give you a shout out. So make sure you let us know that you leave the review and where you leave it. That's important too. We'll give you a shout out on here. But thanks for listening, everyone. And I guess we'll just catch you in 2 weeks. Hopefully we won't have any technical problems then.
Yeah, really. Hopefully things are back to normal.
All right. Oh, and I guess it's, Easter will be over, but I hope you had a good Easter if you celebrate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Lori.
Okay.
Talk to you later. See you in 2 weeks.
Time. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.